Say hey, Willy Mays. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this special episode of, I'm going to call this one the Willy Mays scam. No disrespect to Willie Mays, Hall of Famer, one of the baseball greats. He holds several Major League Baseball records to this day. And I'm honored to say that I've met the man on several occasions. I've actually seen him play back in the day. He's actually one of the first professional athletes I've met outside of a sporting event. And he actually, he started his career back in the day with the New York Giants, before they became the San Francisco Giants. And then he ended his career with the New York Mets, I think back in 72, 73. And that's why he's part of my PC, my personal collection. I still collect him to this day. I met him, like I said, I've seen him play. And when I was a youngin', I actually had the honor of posing with a picture with him. And it was weird because I still remember that to this day, because I became famous in my neighborhood because I was the kid who posed with Willy Mays. So say hey to Willy Mays, also known as the Say Hey Kid. And did I mention too that not too long after that picture was taken, we hung it up on a wall, and a short time thereafter the picture was stolen? So that's why I remember that, to this day, that, somebody actually, people were amazed that I actually met him and posed with the picture, and then, the picture ended up disappearing. Anyway, like I said, I'm doing this because a friend of mine who knows another card collector, he knows I have, Willy Mays in my PC. He's seen part of my Willy Mays collection, and, so he sent me this email, and he said, hey, take a look at this, Willy Mays card that I'm showing you here. This is what he showed me, this link here to this card on Scambay, where there's, every kind of scam imaginable. And if you collect baseball cards, well, that's a big scam on eBay, is what's going on here with a lot of these cards, with the counterfeits and the fake autographs. And I could go on listing different scams, to counterfeit this, counterfeit that. It doesn't matter what it is. But anyway, a lot of my subscribers to this particular channel are card collectors themselves. So those are the people that, this video was targeted for. Anybody who collects, Willy Mays baseball cards, especially his autograph. Now, he sent me this, and he's like, hey, is this a Willy Mays autograph? He says, I don't think it is, but if you look at it carefully, it says right there, authentic Willy Mays autograph, name of the game. There's a squiggle, supposedly numbered a little bit above there. And, I told him, yeah, that's a fake Willy Mays autograph. I don't even remember how many times I got an in-person autograph from him. He does a lot of shows and whatnot. Like I said, he actually played on the Mets for 2 years, and then he retired, but he actually worked for the Mets for years after that. And so, I had plenty of opportunities to run into him. He does a lot of shows. He does a lot of signings. And, well, this is a card from 2001. And now, the counterfeit autographs no longer faze me anymore. Half of the autographs on eBay right now are fake. I don't care what anybody says. Any Hall of Famer, doesn't matter who it is, just do a search for I just did a search for Willy Mays autographs on eBay. There's over 1,000 of them right now. And at least, half of them appear to be bogus. And some of them have been authenticated by these bogus authenticating companies that are out there. And just like this one, screensaver, just like this one, the like I said, it does say authentic Willie Mays, but but now my spider senses started tingling. But like I said, the counterfeit autographs no longer faze me, so something else was eating at me about this cart, and I couldn't piece it together. Now, with age, you forget certain things. But after giving this a closer examination, you look carefully at the picture here. If you go right to the edge of the card appears almost white. I figured, Fleer did go out of business, but they never made, noticeable errors like that on their cards. But what gave it away to me was the Fleer logo. If anybody's familiar with the Fleer logo, which is right there, I mean, you can't even see it in this picture. It's supposed to be a red crown where it says Fleer. Right behind it, it's supposed to be red. So for whatever reason, this scammer made the picture lightened the picture, because you can see right back here, and then he puts a kind of filter here, making it a little darker. And in these areas, it looks like. Because if you look below here, he actually shows you another card. And then if you look, I mean, the colors are a lot more vivid and sharper. Colors are a lot more vivid and sharper than here. And then, like I said, the counterfeit or fake Willie Mays autograph. So I did a little digging. And then I found this here, which is exactly the same card I just showed you. 79 out of 100 is the exact same card. You could focus sort of fail on camera. Gets all the traveling I did ruined the camera. Gotta get a new one soon. Anyway, you can see the red logo maybe with the orange card. So for whatever reason, the other scammer changed it. Changed the color of the image, and then like you could tell, because the edge of it here is all white, when he put the screen on it, the photo editing he did on it, for whatever reason, it's another example of the photo editing. And then you got the fake Willie Mays here, but it does say authentic. Well, if anybody recalls, Fleer went out of business. And, well, here before I think I forgot already. See, I'm getting old, people. Didn't show you the number of the first one that was sent to me. And then let me show you the number of the one I found. Just in case you want to look at it. Yourself. Well, Fleer went out of business, like I was saying. Okay, so most of the autographs issued, all of these autographs that are on eBay right now that came out in 2001 from Fleer, many of them are fake. Why? Because Fleer went out of business, and all of these cards went out into the general population. They never were issued in packs. They never came out in boxes or anything. These were purchased by individuals and auctions and sales and the bankruptcy sale of Fleer, and through all kinds of methodologies. They were handed from person to person sometimes. Well, this particular card was actually purchased in a lot by one of the Topps executives from Topps, another competing card company. And he had all of these in his possession, but those were auctioned off a few years ago. And now they have flooded the market, and all these scammers are buying them and selling them. So this not only applies to Willie Mays, it applies to all of the Fleer cards issued in 2001, because they were not issued in 2001. They were sold as part of the bankruptcy sale. Many of them were unsigned. Many of them didn't even have jerseys in them. Many of them weren't even completed. They just had either the front of the card or the back of the card. The people sell these as short prints or all kinds of bogus stories they come up with them, printing plates or proof cards or other nonsense like that, trying to get some more money out of you. They're buying these, like I said, these have come on the market all the time without an autograph. Many of these cards, not only Willie Mays, but now, like I said, all you got to do is do a little digging and you could find this information out yourself. Thank goodness for the internet. Thank goodness for search engines. And like I said, I no longer recommend Google. I use Yahoo. Yahoo! Anyway, here is another example of a Willie Mays 2001 Fleer signature card. Here it is with the Willie Mays jersey right here, and it says here you have an autographed, game-worn uniform card of Willie Mays. Now, like I said, this also applies to other players from 2001. But I'm just showing you Willie Mays because, you know, like I said, Willie Mays is in my PC, and this all started as a result of that one question from one friend of mine. Well, here is another example of another Willie Mays card from 2001. Fleer that, you know, also has a piece of his jersey in there, and it also says authentic autograph, and as you can see, it doesn't have any autograph, and it says right here you have an autograph game used. People buy these all the time, they become for sale, and they try to sell them to noobs. Now, I see these all the time at card shows, all the time. And I tell the dealer, this is not a legitimate item. Oh yeah, it is. It came out as a special. Or like I said, every lie in the book, scammers lie. Scammers are criminals. They want to rip you off. A dealer who has several of these, I guarantee you, he knows the history of this card better than I do. And he knows that they're fake. He knows because he bought them from a criminal. He bought them from another scammer. Because if you just go back to this original card, it's a numbered card. That's another scam they do. Oh, it's a share print. It's a, you know, buyback or some bogus nonsense. Well, the handwriting of the 79, especially in the 100, appears on many of this counterfeiters. All the sevens match the zeros. You notice he closes the 0 at the top here. The 9, he has this elongated 9. It's the same counterfeiter who signs all these same craps. It's the same source. They all come from the same person. Whew, blowing my top, trying to stay calm, can't stay calm. Here is another example of a Willie Mays. This is just also from Fleer. These were never signed. Like I said, 2001 Fleer. Also, like I said, most of the 2001 Fleer autographs on eBay right now are fake. Period. They were never signed. Here's an example of a fake Willie Mays signature on one of these cards. And what do you know of destiny, or whatever you want to call it, good fortune today? Somebody listed one without the autograph. So eBay, if you talk to somebody on eBay, here it is. Somebody will buy this. The seller has several of these available. He sells these from time to time. He sells them unsigned. You know, he only wants 30 bucks for it. I'm not going to show you the item number because I don't want you buying it. I don't want you to try to pull this scam like other people do, even though that's a legitimate Willie Mays jersey there. And it's not an error card like some scammers say, some dealers say at the shows. I have videos of a dozen dealers saying these are error cards. They will do anything like a crooked used car dealer. No disrespect to the good used cars dealers. These are error cards. They're worth $1,000. No, it's not even worth $30. These were never issued by Fleer. Fleer went out of business. These were actually owned by a top executive, and they were sold at auction from one of the scamming auction houses out there. And while we're on the subject of all these scams and scammers, Let me show you what the non-autographed version of the same card looks like. This is the non-autographed version. If you notice, the text is up here. It says Willie Mays, San Francisco Giants. Names of the game. Nowhere does it say autograph. That is an actual game-worn uniform there. See, the autographed ones, the text is down here. It says autograph, who doesn't matter who the player is. It says authentic, fill in the blank, autograph. The non-autograph versions say the player, and then it says the team above the name of the game. Now, what the scammers like to do, they swiggle in an autograph in here. The scammers. You could see these all the time. Doesn't matter who the player is. This is the non-autographed version of this card. But every day you see those on eBay. People sign in a fake signature in here and they say, yeah, no, that's look in the Beckett. These are in the Beckett. No, this is not the autographed version of the card. This is just the jersey version of the card. Now, this is dedicated to the great Willie Mays. I'm calling this the Willie Mays scam, but it applies to all Fleer cards from 2001. These cards are now appear from time to time. As you notice, several different versions. And this is just Willie Mays. Imagine how many different versions they have of the other players. With the fake Willie Mays autograph. Looks like a Freddie Knox, if you ask me. But that's beside the point. It's supposed to be Willie Mays. This is what scammers do. Like I said, fortuitously, this one appears on eBay for sale. This is how the scam is perpetuated, people. It's perpetuated. Trying to make it tongue twister, but another scam exposed. 2000. That's why I almost never buy a 2001 Fleer ever, because of this kind of scam that goes on. I can't remember all this stuff. People have forgotten this stuff. I know people forget, but the whole point is when you remind them and they still tell you, no, it's not true, then you know they're a scammer. When they change the color on purpose to hide the fact, trying to make you think it's another card or something, then you know something's going on. When their feedback starts going down, you know something's going on. All of these 2001 Fleer, most of the 2001 Fleer autographs that say authentic autograph on there are bogus. I'd like to see somebody start some kind of record of this. Somebody is doing a good job here at Collector Empire. And like I said, I found all these on collectorempire.com. They have lots of interesting information, but there should be some kind of record of this stuff. I can't remember all this stuff. I had a list of all this stuff on, like, I put it all on computer hard drive, then that hard drive failed and all that information's gone now. Like I said, I never buy any Fleer autograph from 2001 under any circumstance. And then when you have somebody tell you to your face that this is some kind of short print, some kind of error card, or then when they try to sell this as an authentic autograph, when they squiggle something in here saying that's his autograph, that this is the autograph version of the Fleer card. That's why I hate when card companies leave these big spaces in here. They leave a big, like, especially light colored space so they could sign where it even actually says name right here, or, you know. That's why it's hard to remember. I forgot that, you know, even though this is authentic Willie Mays autograph, there's a space for him to sign. There's nothing here. Like I said, all of these, doesn't matter who the player is, most of them from 2001 are fake. If they tell you otherwise, they're lying to you. They're a scammer. Like I said, please try to get it on video. Please try to send me their name, their address, their phone number. I'm going to try to keep track of all this stuff. I don't know why, but, you know, it's a nice thing to do. Hopefully we'll get some of these people arrested. Like I said, well, let me get back. Let me end this video again. I'm rambling, but here's the card in question. This card started my little investigation. This has been reported to eBay as fake. Let me see what eBay has done with that information. Live for you. I'm going to click refresh. The item is no longer available. You saw it here live. The item is no longer available. That's what happens when you report these scammers to eBay. Here's the other one. Look, here is the other one without the autograph that I just showed you. Here's a jersey version of one of them. Okay, can you see that? Here are both versions without the autograph. They're only 30-something bucks each. Here's the other autograph version for sale for $20 without the autograph. Okay, this is how the scam is perpetrated. That's why I told you I see these all the time at the shows. See, these weren't even on eBay when I looked the other day. Now all of them, Destiny has provided all of them, and they're all from the same player, actually, or same seller. Unsigned, no autograph. At least he's not saying this is an error card or like some of the scammers do at the shows. It even says here, this is the guy, Sid Berger. That's the collection they used to belong to. He was the guy who got them from the Flair auction, and they were later auctioned by him by another auction house, which I will not care to name because they sell a lot of garbage anyway. A lot of fake autographs. I'm surprised they didn't sell all these autographed. They just sell so much garbage. So here they all are. Like I said, eBay should track whoever buys these, because I guarantee you, I mean, it's almost a 50-50 chance. Like I said, half of all the Willie Mays autographs right now on eBay are fake. All of these high-end Hall of Famers are fake. All they got to do is track who buys them, and I guarantee some of these people are going to sign them and try to sell them. Like I just showed you, somebody did. And it's no longer available. That's what happens. People say eBay doesn't do something. Oh, yes, it does. Yes, it does. And if that happens a couple of times to a seller, they close that seller's account. Period. They don't mess around with this stuff. Anyway, like I said, this is the Willie Mays scam. This should be actually called a 2001 Fleer scam. But Fleer had nothing to do with it. It's just the people who bought the waste of what was once Fleer. But like I said, I'm doing this for Willie Mays because those are the cards that I buy. He's in my PC. I met the man. He was a great player, one of the greatest. This is dedicated to him. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for rating, and let's get the word out, people. Please take this information I gave you. Please make your own. Take this own information. Make it your own. Make the video your own way. Do it better than I did. There's plenty of you out there who are capable of making videos better than I am. There's other people making PSAs. Let's get the word out. Let us shout from the rooftops. Tell the scammers to leave us alone. They made a grave error. coming into our hobby, trying into this great community we have of collectors, trying to destroy the hobby. Don't let them get away with it.